Hey, I'm Umbreon Libris, and this is day 10 of my Pokemon Violet Adventure Journal. To start the day, I went to the Levincia Gym, but I did not start by challenging the gym because Nemona happened to be nearby and challenged me to a battle. By the way, this is a much better way to do the convenient character encounter than having someone just arrive at a location at the same time as you every time. Unfortunately, I had a very significant level advantage against Nemona, so the battle was very easy. Her Quaxwell managed to get a KO on my Bramblin, but that was about it. At least my Mastiff evolved into Mastiff, which means I can now move it off of the team. I liked that the gym test involved participating in Iono's stream to show that you can drive engagement, but I thought it was really weird that the main event was essentially playing Where's Waldo with Director Clavel. How exactly is that supposed to be interesting? It was also very easy, except for the very last search, but a zoom kind of solves the problem. And with the gym battle, again, unfortunately, the level advantage took away all of the challenge. I didn't lose any Pokemon, and even against her Terra Mismagius, I never really felt threatened. But I got the badge, and as I was walking out of the gym reception, I saw a little notification that said new classes were available. I'm guessing the classes become available based on gym progression, ignoring the other paths. So I went back to the academy and took all of the level 3 classes. This time, I felt like the only thing that I learned out of all of the subjects was about Terra Shields. I haven't seen any raids with more than 2 stars yet, so I hadn't encountered any Terra Shields, so at least I'll be aware of them when they do show up. But I'm finding it kind of annoying how a lot of times the actual subject of the class gets shafted for something else. The biggest example is that we're learning about Terra Jewels in the art class because they're pretty, I guess, as if that's what art is about. Like, this region has a gym leader who's an artist, but instead of talking about his work, we're talking about what kind of hat the Gibble is wearing. By completing the level 3 classes, I also unlocked the midterms, which were also quite boring. I didn't exactly expect the tests to be difficult, but I guess I was hoping that at least some of them would be more engaging than just a multiple choice quiz. The battle studies test could have been a battle. The home economics test could have involved making a sandwich, just something more hands-on. Anyway, I got 5 out of 5 on every test in case you were wondering. So then I went back to Levincia in order to go explore the whole mining area. And lest I think that there are no challenges left in this game, I was actually defeated by a student there. It's nice to know that even though I've completed challenges that are at a much higher level than where I'm at, because I was spreading out the training, my team is not overleveled for everything at least. Overleveled for some things, but not everything. My Toedscruel evolved into Toedscruel, which, as I was expecting, actually works a lot better. It's not nearly as awkward in how it stands, so it becomes much easier to just accept it as a mushroom that just happens to look like Tentacruel. I don't think Toedscruel has space on the team on this file, but it might have a chance on a second file. My Girafarig learned a move called Twin Beam, and I figured out pretty much right away that that's what it needed to evolve. Farigiraf is pretty cool. I do like it, but I also feel like it loses some of the Girafarig charm. That could be just a nostalgia talking. I'll at least give it some more team time later, see if I get used to it. Eventually, I had to stop for a picnic to heal my Pokemon, and I actually spent a lot more time doing that than I had before. I just kind of watched my Pokemon kick a ball around for a while. They seemed to be having fun, and that was pretty cute to watch. Gave them all baths, of course, as well. And for the first time, I found eggs in the picnic basket. I found 4 eggs in total throughout that session. None of them have hatched yet, so I have no idea what to expect out of them. Once I was back to exploring, I actually got stuck in this corner behind the scaffolding, completely unable to get out. I was just trying to get a Gimmighoul that was on top of the scaffolding, and I fell behind it, and I couldn't get Miraidon out. There was no passageway under the scaffolding that I could walk through, so I actually had to fly away and then come back just to get this Gimmighoul. And I am really enjoying this game overall. But this is just another thing that happened that highlights how much polish this game is missing. How many areas it lacks polish in. There's little awkward corners like this. There's a lot of stuff on the visuals, of course. There's a few functions and features that are just kind of frustrating to use. And another one of those is the auto battle. Overall, I think it works just fine. But when you send your Pokemon out to battle a big group of opponents, you don't actually see the experience gain from every defeat. So what can happen, and has happened to me, is that your Pokemon level up and unlock a new move in one of these screens that don't get shown to you. So you don't actually find out that a new move is available. It's already a little bit frustrating when you see that there is a new move available, but you don't get prompted to replace it. But it's more frustrating when that happens and you don't even see that a new move is available. I hadn't really realized before that this kind of thing can happen, but I really noticed it today. So I went into the summary for all of my party Pokemon and checked what moves they had available, and like my Tinkatuff had missed Flash Cannon. That's a really good move that I absolutely would have taught as soon as it was available. So it's frustrating that if it hadn't occurred to me to check, I could have been missing that move for who knows how long. And there's probably other Pokemon that missed important moves as well that just aren't in my party right now. Alright, so this is actually the last episode of this series that is going to be strictly daily. As you probably know if you've been following along, I took this past week off from work so that I would have more gameplay time, but as of Monday, the day that you're watching this, I've got work again. That means I'm going to have a lot less regular time to play, so you can still expect about 3 or 4 journal entries per week, but if there's a day when I don't play at all, there won't be a video. And if there's a day when I play very little, I'm probably just going to bundle my comments from that day with whatever the next journal entry is. I still plan to record my commentary the day of, so that at least my thoughts are as fresh as they were the day of. But if it only amounts to, 1 or 2 minutes worth of commentary, I'm just going to hold off on posting it until I have a slightly more substantive video that I can put out. I just don't want to make videos where basically the only thing I talk about is, hey, this one Pokemon evolved, or something like that. So videos will be less regular, but they will continue to come until I finish the game. I appreciate you sticking with me. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next chapter.